Hello there ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here and it's time for a new video. And as you can see from the title, today I'm playing Football Manager 2008 and this is running on Windows 10. Now last year I did 3 separate videos on Football Manager, that was 2005, 6 and 7, all running on Windows 10, put that in the title of the video. And they all got quite a lot of views, one's got like 5,000, the other's got 2,000, 1,000 respectively. And I think the reason that they did so well is because for years now on Windows 10 people have realised that you can't play these older Football Manager games and people wanted to know what the deal was. Well, what the deal was is that Microsoft removed this file called SecDRV, where basically a lot of older games in the early mid-2000s, they had this kind of anti-piracy thing on them, which meant that it'd read whether it is a legitimate copy of the game. And with Windows 10 they removed that, and as such when you put these discs in the computer and the disk drive, it wouldn't read it and you wouldn't be able to play the game. And then last year this bloke on Reddit uploaded these patches, so I'm playing this on the 8.02 kind of mid-season patch. I do believe there's a patch after it has like 5.2, 6.2, 7.2, 8.2, and there's like a 8.3 respectively as well. But you know, I've uploaded this. I've got a little external hard drive, disk drive I should say, and I put the disc in, installed the game. It wouldn't work. I applied the patch, and then it did work. So yeah, there we go. Any technical problems you've got, I will try and help you guys out, but I am by no means an expert. These older games, there's no end to the kinds of problems that you can potentially have with them in regards to resolutions and things like that. Run as administrator, blah blah blah. It's a pain in the arse. And you know, I thought that this worked on Windows 10, but I've seen people say that it does, and then some people say that it doesn't. But I 100% know that 2005, 6 and 7 respectively didn't work. But that's the technical stuff out of the way. All I'm doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going back in time. We're going to holiday till the end of the season, which I have done so already. And we're going to have a look at the German, Spanish, French, Italian and English leagues. I should have probably shown the Euros as well, gone to the end of June, but whatever. And ultimately, I hope to do all the retro FMs. I actually last year purchased Football Manager 2009 and got the disc version. But I put it onto Steam and I thought, oh no, I got this second hand. The guy who bought it off will use this. And he hadn't. Oh my lord. So now I've got FM09 on Steam. And I couldn't be happier. It's so sick. Really fun. These older FM games from like 2006, 2009, they've got a great balance of depth and simplicity. They really have. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've holidayed to the end of the season as an unemployed manager. And I've got to say, first and foremost, guys, that with FM08 and 09 specifically, and I don't know why this is the case, but if you look at the goal differences and the amount of goals scored, this game has a kind of, I'm not going to call it game breaking because it's not exactly, but there's a distinct lack of goals. Now, football around this time, 2007, 8, 9, there wasn't, like, tiki-taka was the in kind of football, and it had kind of poisoned football, in my opinion, anyway. Around about 2010, 11, 12, it's so boring to watch. Teams are more direct in general these days. And gegenpressing is the in kind of thing there, isn't it? There's many ways to play the game of football, of course, but yeah, obviously looking at Spain here, and they were dominating world football, and yeah, that style I'm not as keen on, to be honest with you. I think it's quite dull, but teams win the league on this game with low points tallies and not amount of goals. If you have a look here, this is Real Madrid, obviously, so they've got a lot of players, but there's a lot of zeros. There's a lot of zeros, and I noticed watching the English Premier League on this game, where obviously there's goals going in left, right and centre, that there's also a lack of goals in the game, and I don't know why that's the case, but it's very strange. But anyway, look at this, Javier Saviola at Real Madrid. He went to Real Madrid on a free. Did that really happen? Or if this is your first time watching one of my old Football Manager videos like this, ladies and gentlemen, then this happens a lot where I'm kind of like flabbergasted. Like, things happen that you forgot about. Like, the original Ronaldo went to AC Milan and Saviola went to Real Madrid. Really? Holy shit. But yeah, look at this, Van Nistelrooy and Robinho. Look at his stats in this game. Unbelievable. Got into trouble a few years ago, of course, but still managing to play football, I believe, but never really reached the heights people thought he would. Robben and Schneider were at Real Madrid for a few seasons, and then both left. Schneider went to Inter, and Robben went to Bayern Munich. But yeah, this sees Real Madrid in a kind of post-Galacticos world, a decent balance of old and new. Cannavaro, Metzelder, Heinze at the back, a young Sergio Ramos, Royston Drent, he was never very good for them. Yeah, interesting. They won the league. Barcelona second, Valencia third, Zaragoza fourth. Usual kind of teams you'd expect at the bottom of the table. So look at Barcelona quickly. Eto'o, Henry up front. A midfielder, Deco, Xavi, Iniesta. Is he Iniesta there? Where is he? Oh, yeah, he is. And then Chiellini. Did he go to Barcelona, this guy? It's a good signing, but I don't know if that's... Oh, no, that never happened, ladies and gentlemen. I did allow for first season transfers. Carlos Puyol in his prime as well. The flowing locks. Well, let's have a look at the Spanish Cup. Oh, God. The game just went off. Thought it had crashed. Getafe beat Barcelona in the final. Bit of a surprise there. 2-1. I wonder if they had a few injuries there. And a bloke called Jimmy Dixon scored from Liberia. What on earth? There's always surprises in these old FM games, ladies and gentlemen. Off we go to Italy. Fourth respectively. Only got 49 goals with a goal difference of plus 16 and plus 19. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not something quite right with this game in regards to the goals. Like I said before, it doesn't ruin the game. It's not game breaking, but it's certainly a bit peculiar. But yeah, Regina, Empoli and Torino getting relegated. Parma struggling. Napoli in 8th, Lazio 6th. Juventus, they're back in Serie A after getting relegated a couple of seasons before, I do believe, for the corruption. Fiorentina doing pretty well. Roma, Inter and AC Milan. And Gilardino and Kaká scoring the goals. He was possibly at his peak here, Kaká, 26. Never really got any better. Pirlo, Gattuso, Emerson. This guy I remember very well. Very nomadic. Played for a lot of clubs. Alessandro Nesta, Maldini still playing at 39. That's got to be his last season. Then again, his contract only runs out in 2010. He's got 2 more years left till he's 41. Holy shit. Johan Gorkov, this guy, was highly touted at that age. Never really did it though. And there's Ronaldo, the original. Physicals, his pace and acceleration are still 13. Quite surprised by that. Let's have a look at the Italian Cup. AC Milan after extra time against Lazio. But yeah, this game, obviously very, very similar to 2007 and 2009. It's got a good balance, but the goals issue, out of the 3, I'd rather play 2009. 2009 I've really enjoyed. Not played it in about a year, but I had a season, a year and a half ago, during lockdown. A lot of free time on my hands, you see. And yeah, enjoyed that. There's Ajax of Luis Suarez there. Oh my God, look at that. 21. Very slim squad. Not many players there. John Heitinger. 24 already. Okay. Trying to move through these quick, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want this video to be over 20 minutes. And in Germany, as I can see, Werder Bremen first, Hamburg second, Bayern Munich third. And just noticed that in the Europa League here, so they didn't win this season before this. Quite interesting. In fact, I didn't realise that, you know, back then, basically, other teams could win the German league. Yeah, indeed they could. Whoa, look at that. They weren't even in the... Oh, no, they won it there. Finished third in-game, 2008. I don't know if they won it in real life, but... Yeah, nice to see a bit of competition going on in Germany here, ladies and gentlemen. Werder Bremen. Hugo Almeida and Ivan Klasnic getting the goals. Diego, this guy was good. But he seems to want to leave to a bigger club. Some big names there, for sure. I remember this guy, Aaron Hunt. Part English. He played a bit of for Fulham, I think. Many years after this. Per Mertesacker in the defence. Interesting team. Hanover in 4th there, doing very well, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Hamburg. A young Vincent Kompany. Steven Defoe, remember him? Avika Olic. He was like a hard-working player, wasn't he? What's his work rate's like? Yeah, 18. So yeah, I remember. And there's the Bayern Munich team for you guys. Luca Toni up front. Miroslav Klose getting 30 goals. Holy shit. Franck Ribery already there. And Robben will be joining him. And Bayern Munich will be winning a lot of titles. And there's, of course, Lucio, one of my favourite players ever, because he was a maniac. And the German Cup final, Leverkusen, 1-0 against Mainz, Mons, Nevin Subotic. Remember that name? Did he play for Man City? Vaguely think he might have. And in France, ladies and gentlemen, Lyon win the league. They were the best team in France back then. Benzema and Fred up front, that's good. Kim Kellstrom, Hatem Ben Arfa, Govu, Juninho. This guy's going to have a lot of 20s. Oh my lord. Actually, he's 33. I think he's probably a bit past his best, but he was a very good player. Paris in third, a couple of years before the money came in, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen. Marseille in second. Just letting you guys have a little butchers at the squads of the biggest teams. Let's go straight to the French Cup here. I'm not messing around. League One Orange, now called Uber Eats, I think, the French league's called. Lille beat Nancy-Lorraine. Rio Mavuba, remember that name? 2-0. Danny, I remember this guy, because he ended up playing for the Zenit St. Petersburg. You could always get him for about 8 to 10 million, and he could play right, left, and centre, so he was always a good squad player to get. Adel Ramit, remember that name as well. Did he play for... Oh, Yohan Cabaye. He was quite a good technical player, only 22, but look at those mentals, ladies and gentlemen. Decent player for sure, and look at the prices. On the modern games, the prices, and it's only to reflect modern football, but some of the prices are just ridiculous of the players, and it's a lot easier to buy players. Now, obviously being English, I can tell you what happened, because in those other countries respectively that we've just looked at, I couldn't tell you who won the title, but I believe this season the top four, I think Manchester United won the league and the Champions League. Second was Chelsea. Third was, I'm going to say, Arsenal. Fourth, Liverpool. So it's the same top four, but rejigged. Arsenal won the league here. And they very nearly did that season, but they faltered away at the end, if I remember correctly. Liverpool in second, Man United in third, and Chelsea in fourth. Derby, Reading, and Middlesbrough getting relegated. But yeah, I mean, no team scored 70 goals these days. In the last 10 years, teams have always scored like above 80 goals. There's a lot more goals going in. And even back then, there'd have been more goals scored in the Premier League than this. Manchester City, now this is an interesting situation because, as you see, rich, 120 million. But it doesn't show you here where... Oh, wait a minute. Sherman. This is Shinawatra. And this is the year, 2007, that he took over. And then a year later, he sold the club. I can't remember if there's a bit of controversy, though, or he just decided to sell up. But and that's when City got the oil money and have dominated English football after that. Arsenal winning the league. There's the squad. Eduardo, he had that horror broken leg that season, if I remember correctly. Lord Nicholas Bentner, the saviour. Adebayor, always way overrated on these games. But he was pretty good back then, but Diallo was a bit overrated. Adrian Mutu, they didn't sign him really, did they, Arsenal? No. But a good balance, and this is when Arsenal were still a danger. Like, they would get to finals and lose. They'd come very close to winning things, but not quite. But they weren't a bit of a meme as they have become in the last 10 years or so, 10, 15 years. This is still a dangerous team, but yet again, I said it in my FM06 and 07 video, the defence is just not good enough. Wouldn't win the league really happen. In this game, they have Philippe Senderos and Yohan Cabaye. Fair play. Liverpool in second, with Andre Voronin getting 13 goals. Holy shit, I think he was an absolute failure. But this man certainly wasn't for a few years. It's Fernando Torres' first season at the club, 24 goals, ladies and gentlemen. And a good balance with the hard-working Dirk Kuyt as well. Crouch, Montolivo, that's a good signing. Harry Kewell, he very injury-prone. Gerard Alonso Mascherano, that's a very strong spine. An aging Sami Hyypiä, but now you've got Agger as well back there. Liverpool finishing second, close to winning the first title in a long time, but not quite. And Manchester United in third, 11 defeats to the name. Wayne Rooney scoring 20 goals. Louis Saha seems to have, a few bad injuries. Only scored 5. Tevez did okay. 18 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. This is where he started to become an absolute colossal machine. But on this game, to be honest with you, and even on FM09, he's great, but he's nowhere near what he would become. But really, I'm a bit surprised that they've not finished in the top 2 with this squad. I mean, it's got an amazing balance of experience and youthfulness. Rio Ferdinand playing 50 games, all competitions there, but they've only finished 3rd. And then Chelsea and Fulham. I'm also surprised to see Chelsea and Fulham, but they've got to get rid of this, man. What a mistake. But yeah, spending a little bit of extra time in the English League, but let's have a look at the Football Association Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Who's won it? Chelsea beat Reading. I think this was Reading's 2nd season in the Premier League, but just like in real life, they've been relegated. Michael Ballack with a 79th minute penalty. And yeah, Chelsea very, very tough to play against. They've won the FA Cup. Just have a look at the League Cup as well, because I want to. Manchester United beat Everton on penalties. Very interesting. Okay, and let's just have a look at the Europa League and then the... Oh, no, I need a team in Europa League. Or UEFA Cup, whatever it called back then. Oh, thanks Tottenham for helping me out. Stage. I bet Sevilla won it again. Oh, Porto beat Benfica in an all-Portuguese final. Interesting. Freddie Adu, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Oh yeah, City of Manchester, because I remember in real life it was Porto. No, it wasn't. It was Zenit St. Petersburg and Rangers. I remember the Rangers fans trashed the City. That was nice of them. But yeah, there's the Porto team. And now let's have a look before we leave, ladies and gentlemen, at the Champions League. I'm going to predict AC Milan to beat Real Madrid on penalties. Oh my lord, well I wasn't expecting that. Olympic Lyon, any Lyon fans out there, you've won the Champions League against Roma. 2 teams I didn't necessarily expect to see there, to be perfectly honest with you. Some great players, but yeah, very interesting. Liverpool falling in the quarters. No Barcelona, no Real Madrid, no Manchester United. Say what? But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are all Football Manager games. I don't need to tell you. They're still highly replayable. They've still got great depth, but they're a heck of a lot more simple and quicker as well. I hope next year, I don't think they will, but I hope Sports Interactive reverse the decision to get rid of the touch games, because this year I haven't bought FM22. Why? Because I don't want the full fat version of the game, but I've just bought an Xbox Series X. Oh yeah. But I don't want to be playing Football Manager on a Series X. I want to play video games on the console. Football Manager is an entirely different beast. I want it on PC, but I don't want the full fat version. So, you know, anyone feel in the same boat as me, a bit upset that they've like canned the touch version of the game, please leave a comment in the drop down menu. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and one day later this year I will do a video for FM09. We'll basically just do exactly the same as I've just done. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.